Hi dear students. Last class we discussed the means of spread, prevention and the treatment. Today we are going to discuss a few things in this session. Okay, dear students, I'm going to ask one question. How penicillin can help fight against bacteria? I'm repeating the question. How penicillin can help fight against the bacteria? Yeah, you are thinking about this. Generally, I'm going to use one of the word. We are going to use the antibiotics for the bacterial diseases. Yes. Why antibiotics are used for the bacterial diseases? Yeah, penicillin is one of the antibiotics. Yeah, actually, penicillin is a one of the antibiotics. So let's continue regarding this penicillin. Fine. Antibiotics. Antibiotics are generally used to block the growth of bacteria. So it will be block the growth of bacteria. That means it will be stop the growth of bacteria. The bacteria cells grow by creating a cell wall that is protects them. So you know bacteria is a prokaryotic cell, right? You know bacterial cell is a prokaryotic cell. Generally, you have an idea prokaryotic cell. So prokaryotic cell contain the cell wall. So these cell wall present in the prokaryotic cell. So these cell wall is protect the bacteria, right? Yeah. Here penicillin is an antibiotic that prevents the growth of the cell wall. So that is prevents the growth of cell wall. Simply the penicillin is destroy the cell wall growth. Simply it will be destroy the cell wall. What will happen if the cell wall is destroyed in the bacterial cell? So totally the cell should be going to smash, right? Yeah, and hence the bacteria die easily, right? When the cell wall is destroyed, easily the bacteria will be going to die. Penicillin is used for the fighting against different kinds of bacteria. So different kinds of bacteria. Here penicillin is act like an antibiotic. So you know it is act like this antibiotic is helpful for the destroying the bacterial cell wall. So that is why any kind of bacterial diseases we are using the antibiotics. You know, once I'm creating a situation just to try to answer the question. Yeah, why antibiotics will not harmful to our human cells? Okay, our cells are the human cells. Tell me the reason. Human cells are the eukaryotic cells. That means we don't have the cell wall in our cell. You know, in our eukaryotic cells, it doesn't contain the cell wall. Only plasma membrane we have, right? Only we have plasma membrane. But you know the condition, there is no cell wall. Antibiotics are working here against the cell wall. So these are the destroy the cell wall. So finally what will happen? The antibiotics will not harm to our human cells. Understand? That is why we are going to use the antibiotics. Okay? For bacterial diseases. Understand? Yes. Yeah. Here, antibiotics aren't effective against virus. Yeah, these antibiotics are will not affect the virus. Yeah, these antibiotics are the very good medicine for the bacterial diseases. Why these are not working for the viral diseases? Antibiotics so commonly work by the blocking the biochemical pathways are important for the bacteria. So these are only for the bacteria only, right? So the inhibits the growth of bacteria. So these are the inhibit means stopping the growth of bacteria. hamper the metabolism and kill them. So these antibiotics will kill the bacteria. Understand? Right. Antibiotics do not work on viruses because viruses do not use the biochemical path. So use the host cell, so machinery for the making proteins. Generally, you have an idea. Protein is a so they have the the virus have a two kinds of properties. It is a living property as well as non-living property. When it is present in the living bodies, that is living organism. When it is present in the outside the living body, that is non-living organisms, right? So that is why these virus these are not involved in the any kind of biochemical path. So these are so completely depend on the host. If the virus will be going to develop, so mostly it will be utilize the energy from the host cell. So for the development of virus, it will be use the energy from the host cell. So that is why the antibiotics will not affect the or will not harm the virus, right? Yeah. However, the most effective way to treat the viral infections and the diseases is vaccination. So remember this point. Okay. The most effective way to treat the viral infections and the diseases is vaccination, as it can be prevent a person from getting the disease in the place to place. So vaccination, beforely, very well, up to 5 years age children, doctors so gives the vaccine for them. So these are the vaccine. It will be prevent the any kind of viral diseases, right? Yeah. Next, discovery of Helicobacter pylori. Discovery of the Helicobacter pylori as a reason for ulcer. So ulcers are creating in our stomach. Ulcers are creating in our stomach. We call as a peptic ulcer. So these kind of ulcers we call as peptic ulcer. A peptic ulcer is score that occurs on the inner lining of stomach. So these are okay. These are occurs in the inner lining of our stomach. So in 2005, so Barry J. Marshall and the Robin. So the Reuben Warren, these are the scientists. Okay, Barry J. Marshall and J. Robin Warren received the Nobel Prize. So they got the Nobel Prize regarding the work on the the both of worked on the Helicobacter pylori. Yeah, these are the discovering that the Helicobacter pylori. So this is a name of the bacteria. The Helicobacter pylori is a bacteria name. So it is caused the peptic ulcers, right? So Helicobacter pylori. So these are the cause the such ulcers. Yeah, Helicobacter pylori cause the peptic ulcers in our stomach. Before that, it was believed that stress and lifestyle are a major causes such ulcers. Yeah, nowadays people they are suffering from the different kinds of tension. We call as simply stress because of the stress in lifestyle of how they are continue their lifestyles. Mostly, this kind of such reactions, the ulcers will be formed. The Helicobacter pylori bacteria, yeah, this bacteria weakens the mucous lining of our stomach. So these bacteria will be reducing the mucous membrane functioning. Mucous membrane is located in our inner lining of our stomach. Not only stomach, it is located, even esophagus, etc. But here, these Helicobacter pylori bacteria will be effectively destroying the mucous membrane. So which let the acid present inside the stomach to get to the inner sensitive lining. Generally, our stomach. So our stomach contain the hydrochloric acid. So these hydrochloric acid actually are concentrated when it is produced, but it will not harm to our body because of the mucous membrane. So because of the mucous membrane, the these hydrochloric acid will not harm to our body. When destroying of these mucous membrane outer linings of our stomach, so these acidic in nature will be affect our stomach part. So these cause the peptic ulcers, ulcers like a tumors. This acid and bacteria, this acid and bacteria together irritate the lining and cause the sores. Okay, this is what we call as a ulcer. That means simply a type tumor-like structures formed in the stomach. That is we call as a peptic ulcer. Right. Yeah, the both scientists will be worked out the peptic ulcers. Yeah, these two scientists will be working out the peptic ulcers. Yeah, the Nobel Prize in the yeah physiology and the okay physiology and medicine in the 2005. Yeah, Barry J. Marshall and the J. Robin Warren. So these both scientists will be got the Nobel Prize. Right. What is immune system? So we need to learn about the immune system because of no medicine will be curing any kind of diseases in our body. Our immune system will functioning and it will be destroyed any kind of foreign particle enter to the body. So what is the immune system? The immune system, the immune system is a network of cells, tissues and organs that work together in order to protect our body from the diseases. Yeah, the immune system only protecting our body from any kind of disease, is even it is bacterial disease or viral disease, whatever. We may consider the immune system as defined, okay, defense system in our body. It's a kind of defense system. That means a protective system. The defense system means a protective system. The immune system look out and destroys the disease causing germs. So which are the foreign particles enter to the body, our immune system will be destroy the germs. So it will be destroy the disease causing germs. So with the help of the special cells in the immune system, we have a specialized cells we call as a WBC, white blood corpuscles, simply white blood cells. So the white blood cells, already 5 types of white blood cells we have. So the white blood cells will be activate the immune system. Because of the specialized cells, our immune system will be working out. These cells are present in the blood and hence circulate throughout the body and monitor it. Even we are going to take the vaccine for the different kinds of diseases. For example, polio is a type of disease. Polio is a type of disease. When below 5 years age children, when they are going to when they are going to take the vaccine, polio vaccine, and after the future they are unable to get the polio disease. Why? We are already using the polio vaccine for them. When the person immune system will be already remember the, so which are the composition of the polio virus. So the composition of polio virus we are giving the vaccine form, right? When the immune cells will be remember or recognize the vaccine cells against the disease causing microorganisms, the immune system will be activated when any kind of time, any time the bacteria or virus or any foreign particle enter to the body, these immune system will be destroy the particle, destroy the virus, bacteria or any foreign particle or any germs, right? That is immune system. Here, the germs are any foreign substances that enter to the body called the antigens. Yeah, see here. Yeah, foreign substances that enter to the body called the antigens, which are the germs particles enter to the body. Those are the antigens. As the immune system recognize these antigens, our immune system will be recognize these antigens. So automatically the immune system release the antibodies against the antigens. Our immune system will be produce the antibodies against the antigens. So which lock the antigens and then destroy them with the help of the other type of cells. Okay, mostly in our white blood cells, it contains the specialized cells like a neutrophils. These neutrophils we call as a microscopic policeman. Microscopic policeman of the cell we call as neutrophils. These neutrophils are the type of our white blood cells, right? So these antibodies will be destroy these antigens. Simply means foreign particles. The ability of a body to resist a disease with the help of antibodies called the immunity or immune system. The ability of a body to resist a disease. Resist means resistance, resistance power. Resist a disease with the help of antibodies. It's called immunity power or immune system, right? A specific method to strengthen the immune system. So, what kind of systems are strengthen our immune systems? Yeah, the above methods were just general ways of prevention. Already we discussed the treatment methods and the prevention methods. Okay, these are the helpful for the any kind of diseases. A specific method to strengthen the immune system and hence preventing diseases is known as the vaccination. So just now I informed to you, vaccination is one of the methods for strengthen our immune system. When vaccination is processed, when we are receive the vaccine, so the vaccines are the it's the composition of the foreign particle cells. For example, polio virus is a polio virus causes the disease, polio disease. So we are using the polio vaccine against the polio virus. So like that, we have the different kinds of vaccines. Whenever our body is affected by disease, our immune system not only fight against, actually, whenever a body affected by the disease, means any kind of foreign particle enters the body, they cause the disease. Okay, our immune system not only fights against it, but also remembers how it is respond. So the immune system will be how it will be responded. So when the same disease causing microbes affect our body, the next time, once a foreign particle enters the body, when it is cured, automatically our immune system will be remember the particular cells. If these kind of microbes are entered to the next time, it will be destroyed. So like a once we are using the polio vaccine, so and next time after the any of the time when the polio virus will enter to the body, our immune cells already remember the composition of polio. Finally, the immune system will destroy this polio virus. So when it is entered in the body, right? That kind of specialized property present in our body. So for this, we need to develop the process of vaccination. Similarly, vaccination contain an agent that is similar to the disease causing agents. So here we have the disease causing agents. So these kind of agents are the weak, are the killed microbes. Yeah. When it is entered, as it enters our body, our immune system learns to fight against it. You know, it is fight against the foreign particle and hence prevents us from actual actually getting infected when the actual disease causing microbes enter to the body. So which are the microorganism enter to the body? So these vaccines are the remember and recognize the a particular type of foreign particles. Is even it is a polio or any kind of virus. So these immune cells will be recognize the particular foreign particles. That kind of specialized property is vaccination. It is a particular method to destroy the foreign particles of the microbe to activate the immune system. Today, vaccines are available for enhancing our immune system against the various diseases such as polio, chickenpox, and the measles. So these are the different ways. So we have availability of the vaccines to destroy the different microorganisms, right? Yeah. Read well, dear students. See you later. I hope all the students are understand. Okay. All the best. Bye.